Today we're having a look at some of my favorite hobby mods for The Sims 4, and when I say hobby mod, I'm not just saying mods that add new hobbies, but also mods that add different systems in order to make pre-existing hobbies more fun. Because I feel like we actually already have enough hobbies in The Sims 4. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion, despite the Sims 4 businesses and hobbies pack not actually coming with many hobbies. In general, across all the packs, I think we have a lot depending on which packs you own. Although without further ado, let's look at some of my favorite mods. So this is one that I actually discovered very recently. So you can see there's a ballet pole, which I'm putting in Eliza Pancake's bedroom. There's also a square that you can put in front of it, which comes with additional interactions. And of course, you want to get that base game mirror. You guys know which one I'm on about. We'll need move objects on. And you want to like put it in front of the pole so it looks more realistic. So Eliza, we can practice ballet. Okay, this is the first part of the mod. I could have downloaded 22cc, but it's fine. We'll just make her do some little practices on there, pliés. I don't know anything about ballet, but there we go. And you can see she's acquiring the ballet skill, and it is gradually going up over time. So I've actually cheated Eliza to be level 10 in every skill, which also includes a level 10 in ballet, by the way. So now we're level 10 in ballet. We can still practice ballet on the pole, but that's pretty much it. The thing that you need is the square that we put on the floor before, and when you click on it, you can see there's actually a light square there. When you click it, you click ballet, and you can practice combinations, or you can perform a variation. A peasant sounds fun. And she's actually we probably placed this in the wrong place because she's actually crawling along the roof. I just want to say, ideally, you wouldn't put this square in Eliza Pancake's house. You would actually put this square inside of a ballet studio. So it doesn't look as weird when the Sims are doing all the different kinds of jumps and she's not jumping through the roof like my Sim is. But just imagine, okay, we got rid of this garden, we built a ballet studio, okay? And it's pretty cool. That's not all, by the way. There's actually a whole brand new career that comes with this mod. You can see the ballet dancer career here, and it says there's a company dancer and ballet teacher, and it's a proper like normal rabbit hole career, and you've got to practice ballet and things. So I'm just actually using MC Command Center to promote us up the ranks in the career. So look, we can either be a ballet dancer, or we can, a ballet teacher, or a company dancer. Company dancer, they seem to earn more money. And you can be promoted up to, in this branch of it, a principal dancer. So a lot of people have been asking for ballet for ages. I just think it's a nice small little mod. Kids can also practice ballet with this one, by the way. So that's in there too. But we may as well stay in the pancake house because Bob Pancakes has his man cave. Well, not anymore. I accidentally deleted it. So I've actually covered this in a very old video. So a lot of you may not have even seen the billiards mod. Basically, guys, this is like one of the most in-depth mods I've ever seen. And you're probably thinking, Satch, this is like a fucking pool table. What are you actually talking about? You don't understand until you've seen this mod. You genuinely don't understand it. When I tell you, it's one of the most in-depth mods I've ever seen in my life. In fact, it is the most in-depth mod. The animations are really good. This is probably the best animated mod I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, look at the way she places the balls and the balls go on. Like, this is top tier Sims. Can you see the way she's playing with the balls? If EA was doing this officially, the balls would have just magically appeared, and they would have used that swipe animation that they constantly use for everything because they can't be bothered to animate anything else in. It's just, I'll speed through it so you can see it, you know, but it's just a very in-depth mod. There's no scoring system, so there's no like winners or losers, by the way, but you do raise your social need and you do raise your fun need whilst you're doing this, and it also helps to build a relationship between two Sims. I just think it's a really nice small hobby thing to add. Eliza's glitching, so I can't show it off anymore. Sorry. Should we try again? I would just say this is a really fun hobby to add to your Sims 4 bars, because with the get together pack as well, we have the arcade machine, which I think works like really well if you're building like a bar area. There's also other things like we've got the games table, and we've got the foosball table, and we've got the ping pong table. So this just adds to that, and you can put it in your bars and clubs. I just think it's really nice. So this is one of those ones where it doesn't actually come with a new hobby, but it comes with a system that makes perfect sense for having hobbies and interests. So we have a household full of 8 Sims. We've got Shanice, Red Hair Satch, Perfect Boyfriend, Fanny, May, Flangelica, Chantal, Crossy Crustaceans, and Courgette Clarence. They haven't been together for a long time anyway. So every single Sim is given 2 things they're bad at and 2 things that they're good at. You can change these. So Shanice, you can see she's a good dancer. She's also good at musing, but she's bad at charisma and bad at cooking. If I click on Fanny Maylie Jones, you can see that music's hard for her. So is fitness, but she's very good at gardening and fishing, and she's good at mischief. So when you click on a sim, go over to actions and then click talents, weaknesses, and block skills. So there are 3 different options. As I said, it automatically assigns 2 of each, but if you want to have more control, you can obviously have a talent, which actually makes you raise the skill higher and faster, or you can have a weakness where it's harder, but you can also do something called a block skill, which is just something that you're so bad at, you'll never get. It's like me with sports. Like my sports skills are level 0. And they will be 0 for the rest of my life, however hard I try. I'm just one of those people that can't do it. So I'm actually going to make Fanny May weak at painting. Shanice, on the other hand, I'm actually going to make her talented at painting. Flangelica Foofy. Sorry if you're not up to date with the lore and the names of my characters, you'll get used to it. We are going to disable skill gain for the painting skill. And then Red Hair Satch, he's got like nothing to do with painting. So we're going to do an experiment so that I can show you exactly how all of this works. And it's very cool. So my Sims are lined up ready. So I'm going to get them all to do a large classic painting, and we're going to do it in speed 3 and just see how it goes along. So already you can see Flangelica, she is barred from gaining any painting skill. She's so bad at it. As you can see, she's not raising up that skill level at all. Interestingly, Red Hair SatchOnSims, who's got no positive or negative affiliation for painting, is actually raising it quite high. Shanice, who's very good at painting, is raising it slightly lower than Satch. I don't know what's going on there. But as you can see, Fanny May, who's actually very bad at painting, she's not good. You can see she's literally gaining the skill like half the speed that Shanice is, which I think is really interesting. I wonder why Red Hair SatchOnSims is gaining it higher than the other Sims. Maybe there's something else affecting it. I'm not sure. It must be something else. Maybe because he's very balanced and it's a good luck day, I'm assuming. I don't know. But you could basically see the general gist, which is that Shanice, I'll replay the footage, Shanice was gaining it faster than Fanny May, and Flangelica wasn't gaining it at all. And that's thanks to the mod. And something else with the mod, as well as adding or removing weaknesses, talents, and blocking skill gain, if you click on cheats here, you can actually set specific skill gains that you can make all skills half as fast or all skills 2 times faster, which is like a nice little added bonus. So I would say that mod is probably great for storytelling above everything else when it comes to having different hobbies. So the handiness skill is not that fun, and EA have actually added a lot of woodworking tables in the last, I think they added it in an update, in a pack, and a kit. Like, they've been giving us a lot of brand new woodworking tables. You can now craft gnomes in them. I don't know if that's specific, by the way, to the Sims for Enchanted by Nature, or if you can do this without the pack. But what the mod basically adds, this expanded woodworking mod, is the ability to actually just do more woodworking stuff. Me being unprofessional, I actually forgot to install the mod, so let me just go and install that. We're back and the mod has been installed. Don't you just love my professionalism? Anyway, we click it. You can see now there's an extra option, craft, and there's furniture and magic. Let's go to furniture first, and you can see it's the mod basically adds a ton of wooden stuff. So anything that's basically solely made out of wood, you can now craft it using this mod, which is really cool. It's not just base game, by the way. It comes with stuff from all the different packs, and I just think this is a really great addition to anyone who's doing rags to riches, because instead of just crafting the boring crap that comes with the game, this is so much better as well. The way you can actually see what the items will look like before you make them, it just makes more sense to me. And yeah, like, look, I can craft an art easel. So this is truly like, all you need now, guys, is some kind of like wood mod where you actually have to harvest wood, and then it'll be probably like Minecraft or something. If you're seeing hobby development pop up on the screen, screen, you ignore that because that's for a future mod that I'm going over in a minute. Anyway, we completed crafting the easel. Is it in our household inventory? Yes. And there you go. I just think that's really cool. Also, if you want to have a look at the magic, you can see you can basically craft different kinds of wands and brooms, although just like the basic ones, really, not all of them. So it can also tie in with Realm of Magic if you own that pack, which I just think is a really nice addition, and it makes the woodworking bench just feel a little bit more fun than what EA could do. So this is a kind of small mod, but I think it actually makes a big difference and it's fun. So let me click on my teen sim here. I believe that I just went into a random household. So if you click on the computer, you can see register for the online learning system, which does cost 150 simoleons. So with the online learning system, we can actually build different skills, and you can see it's got all the skills, even apothecary in the latest pack. So let's click apothecary. Okay. And your sim will basically build the skill by researching it online. So it's just a small way of gaining skills. It's gaining it quite fast, to be fair. It's a small way of gaining new skills on the computer. One may argue it's a little bit OP, but if you like the idea of your sim enrolling in like an online university course, because you can't really do that with Discover University, I think this is the next best thing. I mean, my sim is already apothecary level 2. We haven't really been doing it that long, so maybe it's a bit too OP. I just want to give a pre-warning as well. The latest patch update for The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature has only come out very recently, so the mod is actually very slightly broken, so you might want to hold off till it's been fully updated after the patch, but it still works. It's a little bit weird. But if you're watching this video in the future and not like when I've just uploaded it, you should be fine. The next mod is called FlowFit, and I've spoken about this mod before and I really like it, and it's actually been updated. So the Sims 4 fitness stuff didn't really come with any new fitness stuff apart from that oversized rock climbing wall, and the Sims 4 Spa Day didn't really come with good new fitness stuff either. Well, this mod does, and you see the first one this random sim is using is it called the cross trainer this sim is using? Yeah, that's a really cool one, the cross trainer, and you can see it looks really natural with the sim that's using it as well. We've then got the bench press and bicep curls. So you can do bench press like you normally would, but you can also do bicep curls, and it's supposed to be like, I think they're supposed to be attached on a string the way this works. I'm not too sure. And then, oh look, you see this sim. Oh wow, the sim was on that. I think this is called, is it called elliptical trainer or something? I forgot what this one is called. So that's a really cool one as well. It does also come with a standard treadmill, by the way. I think the reason why they added the standard treadmill is because they wanted a treadmill that fit in with the aesthetic of this brand new fitness equipment that's on here. You can also see there's a brand new exercise bike. I still can't believe EA haven't even added stuff like this into the game. Like, you can see how, like, you know, it's just so basic, yet EA haven't added anything like it. It's just insane. Anyway, we've also got this one here, which is, I forgot what it's called, the rowing machine, I think this is called. So that's another one for your Sims to do. And obviously all of this is raising up your Sims fitness skill. I just think this mod is so important for like all of your gyms. I think this thing may slightly be broke. It's supposed to be a bench press. I think it's supposed to be one of those ones where it's like string is coming from them. Obviously, as I said, a patch update is literally just come out as of me making this video. So maybe, look, these are shaking. I think it's supposed to be string attached. I don't know if it's broken because the latest patch update or what, but anyway, you can see, guys, that this equipment is just really cool. I just think it makes, you know, gyms a bit more fun. Like, why can't EA do all this shit officially? I don't understand. But anyway, a modder's done it. And yeah, I just think it makes the game a lot better. And I really wanted to go over this mod again because I have gone over it before. But the difference is this time they've actually added, you know, some new fitness equipment. And I just really wanted to go over it for a sim who has a fitness hobby. So this mod has a very explicitly obvious name, the hobby mod, and this mod is actually heavily inspired by The Sims 2 Free Time, which came with a hobby system where you could basically have a general like interest in a certain type of hobby and have different interactions and things you can do alongside that, and this mod adds it in. So Zoe Patel, we'll click on you first. You actually have to shift click the sim and click the hobby mod, and then we can add a hobby. Now these hobbies, by the way, they're actually something that your Sims will develop develop over time. So I'm cheating to add it in just to make it quick for the video. But if, for example, you have a sim that does fitness over and over again, you'll get a pop-up saying, do you want to have the fitness hobby, like we kind of did in a couple of mods ago, and it came up by accident. If you're seeing hobby development pop up on the screen, you ignore that because that's for a future mod that I'm going over in a minute. And you can see there's some cross-pack ones like paranormal hobby, which involves spellcasters and vampires, etc. Sports hobby, which obviously involves some of the sports things from different packs. So what should we make her do? Maybe games hobby? And you can see it actually comes up in her traits that she's got the games hobby. Oh, and she's naturally got the video gaming gifted player trait from the other mod, which is interesting. Now, this mod actually adds in a brand new need in the game. It doesn't show up on the needs panel. It's a hidden need and it's called enthusiasm. And if your sim doesn't do, like if Zoe Patel doesn't do gaming stuff for a few days, it will actually make her feel low and she'll begin to lose her enthusiasm for the hobby and she might actually give up the hobby. So you've got to keep it up. So is there actually a computer in this house? There is. Probably not our bedroom. That's fine. So we could play some video games to begin with because this is a hobby. And I did actually turn autonomy off for this video just, you know, to test the talents and weaknesses mod. But if you have it on, Sims are more likely to autonomously do things that relate to their hobby. So Zoe Patel is more likely to autonomously play video games, play cards, play chess, snowball fight, bowling, dominoes, whatever packs you own, which is cool. Also, if we click on the PC, by the way, we can click the hobby hub, games hobby, and we can browse Webbyte games and write a games article. Mitchell has been enjoying gaming a lot. Would he make gaming his one true hobby? Sure. Oh, he's playing video games, so that's why. Yeah, so you can see Zoe is actually writing a gaming article and it's also upping her writing skill. Do I have wants and whims enabled or disabled? I think we do have them enabled. So this mod actually increases the likelihood of you having gaming related wants. So I've actually just as an experiment added some of like the random gaming stuff and she straight away autonomously, she went to go on the arcade machine, although she needs a Wii now. She's autonomously going back to it. She must really enjoy it. Oh, Gavin is developing the film and literature hobby is his one true hobby. What's Gavin up to? He's watching College Cram on TV. So he must just be interested in film. Both Zoe and Mitchell are into gaming. I believe the mod comes with new social interactions. I wouldn't know where to find them because you guys know, like, this is the Sims. I can't handle this social pie menu, but it does come with new interactions, like talk about gaming and stuff like that, basically. I just can't find it in this social interaction menu. So I just feel like the Sims for the hobby mod is just a way to give your Sims a little bit more personality without adding new hobbies. It just makes existing ones more interesting and in depth, which is the case, I guess, for most of the mods I spoke about today. If you guys have any ideas for other mods you think are really great for hobbies, please let anybody else know in the comments section below. And of course, have a look in the comments to see what other people have said. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one.